quick video about measuring for this casing. So here's the window and door, for example. Yours will be different sizes, obviously. And I don't know what kind of casing you're using, but you have to measure the width of your casing. This is your typical colonial casing, which is 2 1/4 wide, but maybe you have flat casing, whatever it is, just measure that width and know what that is going to be. And then for the window, you don't measure from the outside of the frame, you measure from the inside of the piece of wood that you're going to nail the casing to. You get that measurement from the inside between those two jambs, and your casing overlaps those jambs some, but not all the way. And I always use, for how far back that casing sits from the edge, what's called the reveal, I always use 3/16 of an inch. So once you measure this here, and then once you do it here as well, and this is top to bottom from the inside, and you've got those two dimensions. So for the window, once you measure between the jambs this way and between the jambs up and down, this is the math, the width between the jambs. Then you add 3/8 of an inch to allow for a 3/16 inch reveal on each side, right down about here. And then 2 times your casing width. Your casing width might be wider than 2 1/4. It might be 3, in which case you would add 6 inches. And that is going to be the length of your casing from point to point. And I had the math wrong, so I've corrected that. But yeah, if we had measured the 46.5 and then added these, we would end up with 51 1/8, and that's what this would be from the point to the point. And a similar thing going up and down. For the door, it's nearly identical. For this top piece, it is identical. You'll just measure between the door jambs where this door closes, and that should be like 32 1/4, or whatever that door width is. It's probably 1/4 inch wider then between those two jambs. But you'll measure between those two jambs, add the 3/8, add 2 times your casing width, and that'll be the dimension point to point of this headpiece here. For your height, you measure up from wherever that casing is going to sit, down here on your finished floor presumably, and you'll measure up to the inside of that door jamb, which should be around 80 or so, but whatever it is, to that you'll add 1 time the casing width just for this piece here, plus 1 time the reveal. So if this were 80, you would add 3/16 for 80 and 3, well, hold on, we'll just use 79 1/16. So for this, I would add the 3/16 reveal to get us up here a little bit, making it 79 1/4, and then I would add 2 1/4 inch casing, which would be 80 1/4, 81 1/4, 81 1/2, then for this length up to the top of this door here. And for the door, you will definitely want to measure both sides of that, because that might differ from the left to the right side. And make a note on your measurements which side is for which. And that's how it would work out. So hopefully that was understandable.